Hello, and welcome to Wildlife Instincts. Today, we are going to talk about some of the most unlikely animal relationships in the world. It is fascinating to see how different species of animals can form friendships and even help each other out in times of need. So without any further ado, let's take a look at some of the world's most unlikely animal relationships. Cats and ducklings. A mother cat, moments after giving birth to her own litter of kittens, came across a couple of ducklings on the family property. As she had just given birth, instead of her usual instinct of eating the ducklings, the mother cat turned into somewhat of an adopted mother. She cared and nurtured the ducklings, with them even drinking her milk. It was a lucky fate for this group of ducklings. Jaguar and Jack Russell. Having spent their younger years in the same enclosure, as this big cat and small dog grew up, they refused to separate from one another, even when staff attempted to move the jaguar to a larger enclosure. This pair sleep, eat, and play together, spending all their time together in their shared enclosure. Huskies and polar bears. In Canada, people witnessed a group of polar bears and huskies playing together on the ice. The huskies were tethered at their home base, and the wild polar bears were waiting for the winter ice to return to the coastline. The polar bears decided not to eat the huskies, and instead, the group of animals were caught playing together on the ice. Rhino and sheep. To help an orphaned rhino calf learn to graze and help them survive, this calf was put together with the sheep. The rhino learned to graze through the sheep, also allowing it to de-stress, as the rhino calves don't do well when left alone. Lion and oryx. In Kenya, a lioness spotted a newborn oryx in the wild and started to care and nurture for it. Thought to be because of a trauma in the lioness's past, she was seen to continue to care after 5 other oryxes. Unfortunately, all of them met untimely fates, as it is difficult for a lioness to care for an oryx in the wild. Dog and orangutan. Dogs have been pets for humans for years, and now this group of orangutans seem to also be treating Roscoe, the dog, as a pet. The animals have all known each other for over 7 years, and play, care, and sleep together. When they first met, Roscoe was a stray, and the group of orangutans fed him monkey biscuits, and cared for him when Roscoe followed them to the enclosure. Now Roscoe has become something of a pet to this group of orangutans. The bond between them is adorable. Antelope and giraffe. In a safari park, a male antelope has been caught jumping the fence between the reserve to seek out a female giraffe named Camilla. These two started to see and hang out with each other as infants, and this relation continued into their adulthood. It has apparently even gone so far as the male antelope being caught trying to mate with the giraffe. Bear, tiger, and lion. An American black bear has spent his entire life in the same enclosure as a tiger and a lion. These 3 are all around 12 years old and enjoy playing and sleeping together in a wildlife sanctuary in Atlanta. The level of power goes from the bear to the lion and finally the tiger, who enjoys testing the waters on a daily basis. Bulldog and lion cub. In South Africa, these 2 animals were raised in the safari park and loved to play around with each other. As they were raised together, the 2 formed a very close bond, just wanting to play all day long. This is a seemingly common thread between all of these animal relations, the idea of play and being vulnerable with each other despite being of different species. Capybara and puppies. In a wildlife refuge in the US, this special capybara has mothered several litters of puppies. She sleeps, eats, plays, and grooms with them, and has acted as an adopted mother for at least 4 litters of puppies. Capybaras in the wild sometimes help mother others young, so here it is assumed that the mothering instinct must have kicked in, despite this specific capybara not ever having her own children. Elephant and dog. In the Elephant Nature Park in Thailand, an elephant named Kamla was rescued from the tourism industry. She became best friends with a stray dog named Dong A, who had also found refuge in the park. Dong A would often ride on Kamla's back, and the 2 would play and cuddle together. Hippo and tortoise. Finally, we have the most unlikely animal relationship of all, the hippo and the tortoise. In a wildlife sanctuary in Kenya, a baby hippo named Owen was rescued after being separated from his family during a flood. The sanctuary staff introduced Owen to a 130-year-old tortoise named MZ, hoping that the older animal could provide comfort and companionship to the young hippo. To everyone's surprise, MZ and Owen became inseparable friends. They would eat, sleep, and play together, and MZ would even allow Owen to ride on his back. These are just some of the incredible examples of unlikely animal relationships that exist in the world. It's amazing to see how animals can form bonds and friendships that transcend their natural instincts and behaviors. These relationships remind us that kindness, compassion, and friendship can exist between any species, regardless of their differences. Thank you for watching our video. If you enjoyed it, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Wildlife Instincts channel for more fascinating content. Until next time, take care and stay curious.